¿Cómo se
Mi,
dice
yo no
papel?
sé.
Papel.
Mira,
Paper.
Eduardo, te tomo una foto.
Yes. Does it feel smooth or bumpy?
El bicho de que
Okay, so start with that.
Wait, you going back? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a back side.
What we're going to do is we're going to go piece by piece, and I'm going to have the people at the table read me some of the comments. So obviously not all of these are going to be ones that we read. So just choose a couple that you think sum up what people have to say. So Denzel and David, tell me what you see for the first piece.
Cool colors, it's relaxing.
Did you guys back there hear that? No.
Gotta speak up.
Alright, say it louder please.
Cool colors, it's relaxing.
Okay, cool colors, it's relaxing. What else?
Too many white people.
Too many white people, that's an
do you see
interesting
that?
point.
What about white people?
What?
What about white people? Really rude. Too many.
There's too many of you guys.
Alright, so guys, let's talk about that. Can we have, is the person who wrote that comment comfortable talking about why they wrote it?
David.
I don't think they even mentioned that they were in.
Okay, so why do you think someone might have written that? This is the picture.
There's more diversity to be shown.
Okay, guys, Alfred just made a great point, but there was some chatter. Did anyone hear what he said?
Something about diversity.
Right, so that maybe the person wanted more diversity to be shown. So if we look around the classroom, if we look around South High, this is not what people look like. So what? Where do we think this picture takes place? Where and when? Do you think England? Anybody else agree or disagree?
France.
France? Why do you say France?
Look around there. That's the US. Oh, America, maybe back in the past.
Back in the past, and what?
See something.
What do you say?
on the island of La Grande or whatever.
Okay, and what language do we think that is?
Spanish.
It's French.
Oh, I was right. Oh,
Yeah, it's French. So this took place in France, and did I put the date? I did.
Yeah, 1884.
1884. This was painted by a man named Georges Seurat. And what did you guys notice about how this is painted? Do you see anything about the specific way it's painted?
I
Yeah?
just realized that it's pointillism and I couldn't tell. Because, I mean, he did the dots. Wow, it just really blends really nicely. Unlike some of the others where you can actually see every single stroke of the brush.
So, oh, sorry for cutting you off. Does anybody, he used a big word, does anyone know what pointillism is? Jackie? Painting with dots. So, this guy was actually the guy who invented pointillism. So, that is why I started with that as our first image. But Joseph brought up an interesting point, which was that he could not tell from the picture that it was pointillism. And can you tell a little better when it's this big? So this painting is huge. It's an absolutely massive painting. I read how big it was, and I have to apologize, I forget, but I do know, I think it said it was like 10 feet long. So it's something like that, like 10 feet long, and I believe it was 7 feet tall. So this is like maybe 4 feet tall. So if you think of it twice as big as this, you're going to see the dots a lot better. What do you think this is a picture of?
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
People.
What did you say? Pixelations. Okay.
Digital.
So I was trying to look for an image that showed pixels. Do you guys know what pixels are?
And games and stuff.
Right. So if you're playing a video game or if you're on the computer, the colors aren't blended the way they are in paint.
Little dots.
Right. There are lots of little
They're all
dots,
this one color.
and they're actually squares like this on the computer, but they're so tiny that when you're looking at the screen, it looks like blended colors. So I wanted to. Why do you think I wanted to show this?
This is TV. This is not TV. Well, thank you.
Okay, so maybe get on your level with like video games, but what else? Exactly, it's a square version of pointillism. So it's the same concept of pointillism where you're looking at a bunch of dots from far away and it looks like an image, but it's the same thing only with computers looking at a bunch of squares from far away.